Yo, what's happening guys? King GBL here and welcome back to a brand new Pokemon Go video. Guys, today we've got a really fun spicy team. We're rocking with Goodra in the Ultra Premier Classic, or just the Ultra Premier I believe it's called. But Goodra is a really fun Pokemon. It knows Grass Knot, it can use Drago Meteor, Muddy Water, and on this occasion we're actually using Sludge Bomb, so we are able to catch people a little bit off guard with that. And a lot of Swamperts, and a lot of people just don't really know the moveset for Goodra. Maybe they're expecting Dragon Claw and stuff like that. Whenever you hit the Swampert with that Power Whip, it's just so satisfying. Guys, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen, I've actually got my QR code and my trainer code, so feel free to add me guys on Pokemon Go. And if you guys are adding me, I've noticed a lot of people add me and actually don't subscribe to the channel, so feel free to do both if you guys do enjoy the videos. Let me know what you guys think about Goodra, man. I really like this Pokemon, but I think it needs a little bit of a boost with a community day. I feel like a lower energy move would be so clutch on this. If you could run Power Whip, and let's say like Dragon Claw or something quite good, or something that's low energy, that would be amazing. Even a fast energy generating fast move would be very, very good for this Pokemon. But anyway, let's hop into the gameplay. I run 3 sets with this, and I went 3-2 each time, I'll be completely honest about the sets. So we went 9 for 15. Personally, I'm super happy that the Ultra League is finished, and we can get back into the Love Cup, some Great League metas. We've got the Hoenn Tour coming up, so it should be a lot of fun with a lot of Great League teams. Personally, as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm not a huge fan of Ultra League and Master League, so I'm excited to get back into some sort of lower CP battles and be able to hopefully make a climb towards at least Expert this season. That's definitely my goal. One last thing I do have to say before getting into the commentary. I've only really been uploading videos on this channel for about 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks the support has been incredible, man. Thank you everybody who's been checking out the videos, leaving comments, liking, subscribing. I really do appreciate it. After like 2 weeks of uploading, I wasn't expecting the channel to be on like 15k views and almost 600 subscribers. So big shout out and big thank you to everybody who's supporting the videos. And if you guys do want to help me out, like I said, drop a sub. It'll help me get closer to 1k subs, which will allow me to actually monetize the channel. So please go ahead and do so. There's a lot of great content on this channel. But finally, hopping into the battles, guys, we're running with Pidgeot in the opening games. We're going to swap it out to Charizard because Air Slash does not work very well with Pidgeot. Unfortunately, I do not have Wing Attack on this Pidgeot, so I'll have to wait to get Fast TM for that. I actually put about 600k. It's a Hundo Pidgeot that I've had for about 5 years, and I finally decided to power it all up. But we land the Earthquake on the Walrein. That is absolutely huge. If you guys do, for some reason, decide to copy this team, you do want to line up your Swampert on the Walrein. It's a neutral-ish matchup, and you can flip it. But yeah, in comes the Trevor right here. The Trevor obviously can take us out with 1 Seed Bomb. Now the switch timer is coming up, so I decided to shield this up here, and we'll just safe swap into Goodra. Unless you're seeing an Ice type, Goodra is a pretty decent safe swap because, you know, obviously the only things that it really has to worry about is Charm, Ice, and all our dragons, which of course it'll do super effective too. The opponent catches. Nice catch, bro. Nice catch, bro. Good games, well played. So as you guys can see from this Aller lead here, this next lead, we've got an Ampharos. This team does have a lot of weaknesses. I guess, you know, you've only got the one flying type to worry about, but the opponent comes in here, and we're going to go for this big Power Whip off the rip here. The Obstagoon doesn't really enjoy those too much. Like, Obstagoon is so tanky. Definitely a really fun Pokemon. I swear every time, I'm so unlucky with Obstagoon, every time I run it, I end up running up against a Machamp. It's just tough with Obstagoon sometimes. Machamps do be lurking around, and I think with the right configuration of a team, Machamp can be very clutch. Now, when I was playing this, I was thinking, okay, I can actually flip this because I'm doing a lot of fast move damage. That's the amazing thing about Goodra. I've got really good IVs on this, but it's still absolutely shredding through opponents. And yeah, right here, I basically try to get the opponent to throw. I don't want to eat Thunder Punch, obviously, on the Pidgeot. I'm going to get it dry for the Swampert so I don't get, you know, close combated or whatever. So we'll go for this Hydro off the rip. Ampharos is amazing, but it is not the bulkiest Pokemon. And they're going to go for a move here. This should be the close combat. Let's see how much damage this, or the Focus Blast, should I say. We can actually still farm up a little bit more and go for this Hydro Cannon, which should just about take it out. Yeah, from that range it'll obviously take it out. And we come in with our Pidgeot right here. This is actually, I remember this battle now. This is a sketch battle. You guys are going to have to watch this. You guys should be going for the Feller. Okay, so yeah, they decide to come in with the Obstagoon. I just go straight for the Brave Bird. This is not the play, actually, especially if you're using Wing Attack. Because as you can see, the opponent's able to get off another Hydro, which will take us out with the lowered defense. Definitely going for the Feller Dance at that range will work a lot better for you. But again, like if I just had a Wing Attack Pidgeot, it would just be so much better. So we decided to swap into the Charizard here just to get that extra damage off. This was actually the first game I swapped into Charizard, and I'm so happy I did it on this occasion. The opponent comes in with a Dirty Charm, I'm getting down in around like the 2100 range, and like, I don't know, I've just been doing terrible in the Ultra League. I basically, over the last week or two, I've dropped from almost 2600, and like, I've even been hovering in around the 2000s and climbing up to like 23 and getting knocked back down. The Ultra League, I'm just not really well set up for it. But the opponent comes in with a Tyranitar here, and we're going to unleash this Fire Blast anyway, or the Blast Burn anyway. The opponent does a swap into a Scrafty, and this is a pretty okay matchup right here. These Power Whips will do a decent amount of damage, and yeah, we basically, we don't really want the Scrafty to sort of start destroying our Swampert, so I'm kind of happy to see it with the Goodra right here. We can just absolutely chunk it with the Dragon Breaths here, go for yet another Power Whip. I feel like Scrafty, it's a funny Pokemon, you need to really play it so correctly, because if you start like baiting Power Punches and stuff and you mess it up, it's just such a messy Pokemon at times. So at this range, I think we can probably go for the Farm Down. We do have a little bit of energy on the Charizard, so we're not going to mess around and let him get off a move. We're just going to go straight for this. The opponent doesn't shield, and yeah, we swap straight out. Obviously, we rock, paper, scissors the opponent there, and that's a good game right there. Tyranitar is just not really a good pick at the moment. I don't know, it has a lot of weaknesses. So we got a Charizard versus Charizard here. I decided to go for the Dragon Claw Bait right here, because yeah, we need to try and get some sort of advantage. You should go for it for the maximum damage. Oh, this Charizard, by the way, is running Fire Spin, so that's why I decided to go for the baits, because I'm already at an advantage, and I feel like the opponent needs to shield up some of these. We go for a second Dragon Claw, and I'm like, this is getting so messy right here. I'm going to shield up this Charizard, and I think I go for the Farm Down, or maybe the opponent wants to swap out here. Yeah, so we get the Farm Down. We'll come out with pretty much a Blast Burn, and this will do a lot of damage to the Walrein. Definitely Charizard does a lot better against Walrein than the Pidgeot, so that was another sort of reason to swap it out. At this point, we're coming in with a Swampert. It's almost in Hydro range, so I decide, you know what, the Walrein might want to get off a move against the Swampert, so I'll throw this straight away. I shield up with the Hydro, and I'm like, maybe they're weak to Swampert in the back. Let's just shield up here. Let's play it safe. And yeah, I think at this point we go for a Hydro. And I could potentially come in with Goodra and eat an Icicle Spear and go for like an aggressive Farm Down, which is what we do here. I decide that Swampert is probably strong to something in the back. We eat that Earthquake, the opponent. I guess they were just tapping Earthquake for the Swampert and didn't really notice that we swapped out. And in comes Swampert. Are you ready for it, ladies and gents? It's time for the big Power Whip. Goodra is just going to town on these Swamperts. So it's definitely a fun one. Honestly, I'd probably wait for Community Day, but I feel like Goodra will be good at some point in the future, so if you get one with decent IVs, just hold on to it. Very interesting lead right here. We've got a Stunfisk. Now here's the thing, we can each one-shot each other, but the Stunfisk basically gets to us move faster. So this is just going to be like shield baiting, or it's going to be, you know, will the opponent let it go? This is definitely very shield dependent. The opponent has really no reason not to shield, so I should probably just go for Dragon Claws in this matchup to try and flip it around. We decide to shield up the second Rock Slide right here, and yeah, we go for the second Blast Burn. It's really just a mind game. We're hoping the opponent calls a bait. At this point, we're swapping into Goodra, and yeah, in comes an Abomasnow. This is an interesting matchup right here. Now, of course, the ice moves are going to absolutely chunk, but we do reach the Sludge Wave. Can we just about survive this? We do easily survive it. Goodra actually has a decent amount of bulk, and that's one of the nice fun things about it. The Sludge Wave absolutely one-shots the Abomasnow, and the opponent's like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I just got one-shotted by Goodra. In comes Trevenant, we can chunk it down. As you can see, we've already done about 25% damage to it, and it's perfect alignment here. It's kind of rough because the opponent will have a near enough a Shadow Ball ready, which is going to be tough on the Charizard, but I think we can just about survive it. We just about survive it, and this is a really bad play by me. I should have anticipated that. I knew that the Stunfisk had energy, and while I was sitting there playing, I was thinking to myself, the opponent has energy, they're going to swap straight out, but it's like I second guessed my own thinking, do you know what I mean? That's why, you know, counting energy and staying like really just in the zone is important, because I should have been able to anticipate that, and if I had, I would have won this match. We try our absolute best here. We've got up 2 Hydro Cannons. Can we actually still win this match? The first Hydro Cannon goes through, it does a decent amount of damage. Can the second one take out the Swampert or the Trevenant here? Just about not. We just about don't take it out. It literally came down to one fast move in the end. That's how close that was, and if I had made that call, I definitely would have won that match. But next match right here, we get a very positive matchup here. We've got Trevenant, and the opponent should swap. Okay, they swap into a Charmer. They swap into a Charmer, which is very interesting. So I'm like, okay, are you triple weak to my Charizard here? What is going on, Chief? Why the swap into the Clefable? And the interesting thing is, I believe they shield up this Dragon Claw, which all but confirms that they're basically triple weak to Charizard. I decide, yeah, it's time to shield up. This should be a Draco Meteor Mash. And we decide, can we go for the big farm down right here? Get a ton of energy. Yeah, the opponent comes in with a Scrafty. We're just going to go straight for the Blast Burn. We're not going to mess around here at all. This would, yeah, do a lot of damage. And I decide, you know what, I'm going to bring in my Goodra right here. At least get a little bit of usage out of it, soak up some energy. And yeah, basically, I should have brought in a Swampert at this point, honestly. But yeah, I decide we're going to build up to the Power Whip and just go for it. The opponent kind of needs to shield something at this stage. And we can basically just let this go. I don't think, you know, it would have made much of a difference either way. We've got it down to about 50% health here. Just a little bit above 50%. The opponent is forced to go for another Seed Bomb right here. And we can come in with the Charizard, go for the big Blast Burn. And that is going to be good night, Trevenant. We're just doing a little bit of deforestation here. And the Scrafty, of course, will come back in against the Swampert. We shouldn't even have to shield up anything. And we can just go for Hydro to take it out. And that's another good game. So next game right here, we've got a pretty even matchup. We've got Charizard versus Snorlax. Snorlax is, you know, it's a pretty neutral Pokemon for my whole team. So I don't necessarily have to do anything here. I can basically play this whatever way I want, swap out. But we're going to try and land a Blast Burn on it because it is a Shadow Snorlax. So that will do a decent amount of damage. The opponent decides to shield up and they've got a lot of fast move pressure. Of course, we're doing a lot more sort of charge move pressure. We do decide to shield it up. Of course, we do kind of have to shield with Charizard. And at this point, yeah, we swap out to the Goodra. Pray for no Walrein in the back. And we're going to go for this big Sludge Wave against the Machamp. I'm not sure actually, like I didn't look it up perfectly. You know, which move is the most energy efficient. Perhaps Power Whip is more efficient. But we do decide to go for that Sludge Wave and it does a lot of damage. The opponent goes for the Cross Chop, neutral damage. And back in comes the Snorlax. The Goodra's done its job, we're going to let it go. And we'll get taken out by this Body Slam right here. At this point I'm like, okay, let me just come in with Swampert. Try to load up on energy. You guys have heard it 100 times because it is true. Swampert with a shield advantage is pretty deadly. So we decide to get the energy and obviously go for the Hydro. In comes a Tangrowth. Very interesting pick. Now Tangrowth actually knows Rock Slide, so it is a very interesting pick. It can just one-shot a Charizard basically. But we can also one-shot with the Blast Burn, and yeah man, Charizard honestly, it's like one of my favourite Pokemon to run in the Ultra League metas, because with the Wing Attack buff, it is just so deadly, it does so much damage to obviously fighting types now, and it sort of fulfills that role of a flyer, but also you get to your moves really quickly, and it has so much versatility against like Dragonites, even like things like Walrein, you can pretty much half health them, and Blast Burn is just such a hard-hitting move, that even you can basically half health a Swampert. So yeah, Charizard is always a go-to pick for me. So next battle right here, we've got a Charizard into a Golem. I started seeing a ton of Golems, which I started to get pretty annoyed about. I don't know why I'm seeing Golems. Do you guys see a lot of Golems, dude? Like, I feel like it's a pretty rare pick, but they come in with Charizard, they go for the Dragon Claw right here, and we're going to try and build up to the Sludge Wave, which will do an awful lot of damage. Now this is actually a Purified Charizard, so in my mind I was thinking, does this thing really have Blast Burn? We're about to obviously get Dragon Clawed right here, but I was debating or not, like, is this really a Blast Burn Charizard? I don't know why I was even considering it. I just assumed that maybe it's just a Charizard the opponent wanted to use. So we're going to let this first move go here, I think. Probably not the play, but I know that they've got a Golem anyway, so I'm like, okay, I need to sort of put this all on Swampert anyway. We swap straight out to the Swampert, and in comes Surfetched. Now, the really good thing is we got ahead on energy, so that will allow us to flip this matchup. The opponent does know a Leaf Blade, which can pretty much one-shot the Swampert, so we have to shield everything and just go for these Hydro Cannons right here, and that should put us in a position to, you know, we try to overfarm here as well, get the extra energy through as well, just to give us as much energy as possible going into the Golem, to hopefully get off that Hydro Cannon. We can just about one-shot this here. I'm just playing it safe at this stage. I know I'm like a couple of fast moves ahead, so I'm not going to risk it or anything like that. And in it comes, and guys, this was definitely a miscount by me. I did not realize that they got to the moves this quickly. They wild charge my Swampert, but the thing is their defense is really, really lowered. Now, can I possibly get to 2 moves here to take this out? This is going to be really close, 1-2. I think they were just at a move right there, and they would have been able to take us out. Definitely a bit of a slight misplay by me as well. I probably should have went for the catch, but that is a GG, thankfully, and we were able to take out the Golem. So this is an interesting one right here, Steelix versus Charizard. With the Blast Burn, we can basically do a lot of damage. Now, we expect the Psychic Fangs. I believe they go for Psychic Fangs and Crunch. I don't believe they actually have any rock moves or anything. The opponent lets that go, which I'm so happy with. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I can take out the Steelix with any of my free Pokemon now. I'll just come into Swampert, try to get ahead on energy, and yeah, beat out a Trevenant, which is really, really good here. We're going to go for this big earthquake, which will do about 50% damage to him. We'll get the Trevenant pretty low, because Trevenants can be very deadly with the Shadow Ball. They can almost one-shot a Charizard with it. So yeah, we do want to try and chip it as much as possible. Now at this point I come in with Goodra because I know that the opponent has got a bit of energy, and we can eat this on the Goodra. So we're going to shield up Shadow Ball, very nice shield right there. And can we get the full farm down? Yes, we get the full farm down with that. Now, are they going to come back in with the Steelix? I was expecting them to come in with Dragon Tail, but they actually come in with their own Swampert. At this point we're up to almost 2 Power Whips, so this is looking very positive for us here. We should get up to the second Power Whip right here before the opponent gets to the Earthquake. And the opponent has a choice to make here. And we actually swap into Charizard to try and catch the potential Earthquake. They go for the Hydro Cannon bait, which is unfortunate, but Goodra with a shield is going to be able to take this, no problem. We can shield this up right here. We can go for a big farm down on the Steelix right here, get us almost up to the Power Whip. And yeah, we do reach the move before the Swampert does, and as you guys seen before, the Power Whip just absolutely takes it out. Goodra man is just a ton of fun. It is going to have a community day at some point, so I can't say to you guys, like, definitely build a Goodra. It is definitely one of them ones where if you like the Pokemon and you've got good IVs, build it for fun. But I feel like it will definitely get a move at some point in the future with the shiny release. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far, and you know, hopefully this video made your day slightly better. We've got the Love Cup coming up tomorrow, so keep an eye out for some more videos. Feel free to add me as a friend if you guys want to send gifts. I'm actually in Japan here, so I'll get like the raid bosses and stuff a little bit quicker than most of you guys. So I'll be sure to invite you if you do add me. And of course we'll get the friendship levels up. But thanks everybody for watching. Once again, thank you for the support. Drop a like, drop a sub. Comment down below what you think about Goodra, and like I said, have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for a brand new video.